Not that I don't just enjoy all these superhero movies back to back
Oh
every
yeah,
like
no,
other month.
I know you just absolutely love it, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. This is my favorite kind of movie. Like when it's a superhero movie, I automatically know I'm in for a good time. It's gonna have a really dynamic story. The characters are gonna be down to earth and believable, and they're really gonna throw some curveballs and surprise us. That's how you know you're in for a good time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the extra shitty shit show that is the Griefcast. Uh, we are severely lacking in numbers today because it's just me, Gaku slash Griff, your host, and my token black guy, Alex.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, hold up. I did not sign up for this. Okay, I'm not no
You didn't
Uncle
read the
Tom.
fine print?
No, no, no. I did not read this fine print. What? You might have to dial it back, man. Otherwise, I'm about to get real Black Lives Matter on your ass, dude. I'm talking dragging you out in a truck, LA riot style, man.
Yeah, you gonna toss me into a bonfire?
No, we're just gonna like drag you out and like rip up your shirt and stomp you, man. Like told you, LA riot style. We're gonna start beating you with Arizona iced tea cans and shit.
Well, I
Like,
never. I was too young to really understand what was going on with the LA riots. I didn't really see that much of it.
I'm like
The
28,
first
man. What are you trying to say? I,
I
I I know there's this
What
meme
year
every.
was it?
What was it like? Somewhere 93, I think. I can't
I
remember.
was 3 years old.
It was only like fuck 5. Whatever. I mean, what don't they teach you anything in school? I don't,
No, we didn't really learn about the LA riots in my school. The only big thing, like big awful thing that happened out west that I can recall was when those bank robbers got a hold of like AK-47s and like you know bulletproof vests and stuff.
oh yeah, yeah. I remember that, the one where they went to town on the local police.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, until the police went to town on them anyway. They did
Yeah,
not get out of that.
nope.
Anyhow,
Boy, that was pretty depressing.
yeah, this isn't really that kind of
Speaking of
podcast.
depressing,
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of depressing, this podcast, man, we've got like nothing to work with today. Everybody's kind of been on their laurels, not releasing anything the
also
last couple
speaking
of
of
weeks.
depressing, Comic-Con was a shit show.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, it's they were continuing the formula of selling more and more tickets for an increasingly limited space, so nobody really got to, how should it say, actually go to the stands, look at stuff, interact like you used to be able to, and the panels were just not that interesting. I
Plus,
can't.
this
What
go
did
ahead.
they even have? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
90% of what I saw was, oh, look at this new Marvel stuff. Hulk's armor from Thor Ragnarok, and what is that? Iron Fist, and the Defenders. Like, we already know about that shit. The only thing that's interesting to me that happened in relation to that is apparently Sigourney Weaver is going to play the villain for the Defenders.
Is she really?
Yeah,
Wow. Have
that
you
was pretty cool.
have you watched any of the shows that the Defender cast is hailing from
Oh
on
yeah,
Netflix?
dude. Jessica Jones was fucking awesome.
She played Agent Carter, did she not?
I don't
Uh,
know.
you're the one saying she was awesome. You tell me, man. Like,
No, the show was awesome.
well, okay. Well, whatever, man. Anyway,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, the character of Jessica Jones is awesome.
that's what I was asking, man. Who is the character, dude?
Jessica Jones.
Oh, that's the actual character's
Yeah, that's
name?
her name. Yeah.
Oh,
The villain was he calls himself Kilgrave. He was played by David Tennant.
Kilgrave?
Yeah. And what really freaked me out about him is that as a villain, David Tennant was like the same kind of giddy as he was as the Doctor.
Uh,
and it was really fucking unsettling.
as far as stuff I've kept up with, I recently got into Luke Cage. Luke Cage is pretty good, and Daredevil.
Uh,
Surprisingly, they
I know
they
Daredevil is awesome. I have not seen Luke Cage yet.
Luke Cage. Oh my goodness, that show is actually really good for a superhero show. Yeah, that's
He
pretty good.
he was in Jessica Jones as well.
Was he? I did
Yeah,
not know that.
his character was introduced in Jessica Jones.
I haven't seen that show yet. I'll have to check it out. That's also on Netflix, is it not?
Yep.
Yeah, Netflix has been killing it lately.
Right? Oh my god. What the fuck is his name?
I don't know. Give me context. I might tell you.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Oh, I'm not familiar.
He's the guy that they got to play Kingpin.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
his name.
dude, he's fucking amazing.
Oh
I
yeah.
recognized him right away because I used to watch Law and Order: Criminal Intent. Yeah, that's where I first saw him.
Yeah. Luke Cage. Like, you know what it is? It's HBO syndrome. Since they don't have to worry about the kind of stuff you worry about on cable television, as far as what you can and can't put on TV.
Oh yeah.
They just have so much more creative freedom to make more adults like themes and situations.
How far into Daredevil have you seen?
I've seen a couple of episodes sparsely throughout the first season.
Oh,
I like just got into it like like the other day.
you should watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna be watching.
They
it all.
introduced Frank Castle in season 2.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh,
Like,
it's so good.
it cracks me up because what Netflix has been doing has been way more entertaining than the actual like Marvel movies and
dude.
stuff.
The fucking fight scenes for Daredevil,
Oh,
my favorite ones are when they have the camera following him down like a hallway or something, and he's just constantly beating the shit out of people. No cuts, no nothing, one shot.
yep. No shaky cam or anything like that.
Nope.
It's just pure fighting. Yeah, I love it. It's
Excellent.
that kind of old school cinematography that needs to really make a comeback.
Oh, where did I see that?
See what?
That the way that they film that stuff, where they just have the camera like following somebody in one shot.
Oh,
I think
I think Inception had some of that.
so. I never saw Inception though.
You never saw Inception?
Nope.
Wow, you need to get on that. Christopher
I know.
Nolan.
I need to go
Just shits
deeper.
gold. Yeah, Christopher Nolan just shits gold when it comes to movies. So you need to get on top of that. But yeah, Netflix in general, they've got that creative freedom to make more adult material.
Yep.
And I kind of wish that was more common, especially in movies, because there's been this trend lately of the great PG-13 action movie creep. And, people are finally starting to move away from it now that you have stuff like that proves that you can make a lot of money with a rated R movie, because the big reason they moved to PG-13 is for the wider audiences.
Yeah. And then Deadpool happened.
Yeah, Deadpool happened, Fury Road happened. Yeah.
Deadpool was genius fucking marketing is what it was.
Oh yeah. And and to me, that's how you should do it, because at the end of the day, who's really going to see action movies? It's adults, obviously. Duh.
Yeah, pretty much.
That should be honestly who you're really marketing it to, in my opinion.
Absolutely. People who actually understand what's going on in the movie.
Because it does get a little old constantly having to kind of tone it down for PG-13, where the themes have to change to kind of like fit the market and what have you.
I think the Marvel's cinematic stuff has done a good job of being like PG-13 without like pulling too many punches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's still room for more, I think, personally.
I mean, yeah, you could have like blood and gore in certain aspects, but like it's not entirely necessary to the whole thing.
I think it kind of is for certain characters. A lot of characters
Certain
just aren't.
characters.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have the Punisher without him blowing people's heads off and shit.
I don't think you can really have Captain America without that either, but they managed to do that. Like, it just doesn't really fit with certain characters. Like, X-Men is another great example of that with Fox. Oh my goodness, they totally ruined X-Men.
Why couldn't they just let it die?
Yeah, and they're making another. That's one thing that they did announce at Comic-Con is the new Wolverine movie. It's always Wolverine, of course. It's the only X-Men anybody cares about, I guess.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, it's called Logan.
I think they're just gonna clone Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
and use the clone for the movies.
Yeah, because he said this is his last one, so...
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do with X-Men movies without Wolverine? You don't have Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart to carry the rest of your cast anymore.
Yeah, and they found a way to shoehorn him into Apocalypse, too. I don't know if you ever saw Apocalypse.
No.
Total snooze fest, don't watch it. But,
I kind of wanted to see it just because it had, what the fuck is her name? The Asian chick that played Psylocke.
Oh, I can't remember.
Olivia Munn.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a bad movie, though. Like, as much as I hate the last Wolverine movie, Apocalypse is right up there with it. And honestly, that's in the territory of worst movies I've ever seen kind of category of movies. Like, it is
That's
so
disappointing.
Boring. I actually got up and left. Like, it was that bad.
Like, they showed so much promise with First Class.
Yeah. And then I don't know, like they keep slowing it down. You know what the problem with Apocalypse was? Is they tried to give everybody a new origin story. Again. Like we don't know who the characters are. Yeah, everybody. Storm, Cyclops, all of them again. For like the third time? Like we don't understand who the characters are at this point.
That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it
Magneto is who he is because of his origin story. Of being a Holocaust survivor.
And they went over that again too, right? Like they beat it all. Yeah. They went nuts with it. Like the movie just goes on. And yeah. That pretty much speaks for itself. Don't watch it. If you're listening to this podcast, save your time. Don't watch Apocalypse. It's a garbage movie.
And if you did watch it, boy, do we feel sorry for you.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean they announced Logan and I guess.
I mean, I like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He plays a good Wolverine.
He does, but a good actor can't really save a terrible script,
Oh, I know.
That's the unfortunate side of it. But yeah, apparently Logan is supposed to be another Wolverine movie where he's, kind of old as dirt. They're going for the whole Metal Gear Solid 4 thing, Old Snake, yeah.
Nanomachines.
Yeah, ID tagged claws and crap like that. The Sentinels are going to start mooing and all that crap.
Oh my god, please no. That was the one thing. It sounds weird to you probably, but as somebody who's a fan of Metal Gear Solid, that was the one thing that didn't make any sense to me.
Well, actually, it made perfect sense to me. Even if it's ridiculous, I understood the concept behind it. It was supposed to be psychological warfare because, yeah, it's a cow, but at the same time, it's also a very distinct sound, I guess. I mean, people are going to shit their bricks. Like, could you imagine yourself being in, like, Iraq or whatever, and suddenly you hear this loud-ass mooing noise, and you know that instead of cows, it's going to be walking death robots. I mean... the association after a while is going to make it seem a lot more terrible than... normal mooing does after a certain point,
Well, you've been in Iraq and I haven't, so no, I can't.
I don't think that really matters when we're talking about this context. Giant death robots aren't really something we put up with either. So, I've seen a lot of high-speed plans from, the guys over there, but that was not one of them. I feel like the war might have had a bit of a turnaround if that was what we were up against,
Yeah, maybe.
Like a mockumentary, The Great Martian War, where they have the whole World War I scenario and they're dealing with the giant robots and crap.
I've never seen that.
Really, it's actually really cool. I like it. It's pretty entertaining.
What is it called?
the Great Martian War.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of like War of the Worlds, but like World War One. They kind of do it like they set it up like a documentary and try to like make it believable and what have you. It's pretty neat.
yeah. I really like stuff that does that. Yeah, though usually a mockumentary is for the sake of comedy.
Yeah, like I
Like,
think.
what is it? Spinal Tap?
Yeah, I gotta turn it up to 11. Oh, jeez. I feel like every podcast I do, a little less blackness is in my DNA. When we make these jokes.
What?
Yeah, how many black people watch Spinal Tap? Yeah.
Well, I doubt that our audience would be predominantly black anyway.
Whoa, yeah, you mean us blacks can't use the highfalutin internet to listen to dorky ass podcasts about video games?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying most of them don't.
You don't know that.
No, there's too many white people involved.
Well, actually, you don't. Yeah, that's kind of the funny thing, like black people tend to be like super nerdy. Like, I don't know if you ever noticed it, like hyper weebish.
You've told me that black people are all closet weebs for Dragon Ball Z. So
it is. Yeah, it's not even closet when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, man. Like, don't even play around with that stuff, man. We were talking about before we did this podcast about sharing stories. I actually kind of got a story about this particular subject.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is back when me and a buddy of mine were living back in Orlando as roommates. Oh, and we're going out to do laundry or what have you, and we're in the apartment complex, and some crazy black guy comes in and he strikes up a conversation with us. We don't know he's crazy immediately until this guy starts muttering stuff about teaching us Kamehameha waves and everything. So me and my buddy, we're just looking at each other like, is this really happening? Fuck it, let's see how long we can ride this train. So we start egging him on and everything like that, and like start humoring him. And this guy comes out of the laundromat, and he starts doing the poses and screaming and everything like that, and like throwing his hands forward and raising a whole ruckus, and neighbors are coming out looking at him, and we're just busting out laughing at this dude, Mr. Sifu Sensei over here trying to teach us the spirit bomb, it's
Sifu?
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. There's something in the water in Florida, dude. There's a lot of crazy people out there.
You don't need to tell me that. Just go to the subreddit r/Florida man.
Yeah, like there's a lot of weird, shameful people out
there. You mean shameless?
Yeah, I guess so. That's a better word for it. And before we get a bunch of emails, well, you'll get a bunch of emails from pissed off Floridians, defending their honor, sister's honor. But,
my sister mother's honor.
Yeah, exactly. Don't talk to me or my wife's son ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weirdos in Florida, dude. Like you hang around.
No, you live there.
Yeah, I'm from there. There's always some kind of weird story going on. There's always people teaching folks Kamehameha waves or getting into cannibalism. Or recently, there's the woman that got shot by her oven.
What?
Yeah, her husband hid a magazine of ammunition in the oven for whatever reason, and she went to go, I don't know, make some hot pockets or something, and the oven set off the magazine and shot her.
Oh my god.
They take stand your ground pretty seriously over there.
The oven?
The oven was tired of her shit.
Yeah, probably.
But
I've never been exposed to anything like that.
Really? Come to New York.
I've only been to New York a few times, and I've only been to New York City once, but it was more or less passing through.
Lucky you.
See, I live in like a tourist trap, sort of. We have a lake, and that's about it.
Nifty.
It's stocked with fish, so people like to go fishing and like
Docked with fish? Like, what do they just like dump them out of a truck in there?
I think. Well, I mean, like when it was created, it was stocked with fish, and now they've just kind of procreated as they do.
All right,
And there's like
lower
4
the back, let them out.
campgrounds.
spill out the fish, man.
Dude, dude, dude. But there's like 5 campgrounds nearby. The summertime is it's a fucking zoo.
Where do you stay at now?
I live with my parents again.
No, I mean, wait, what state?
Oh, Ohio.
I
live
didn't
on
need
the
to know that
Pennsylvania
much,
border.
Costanza. Jeez.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not like I had much of a choice.
But yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens here in New York. You know, I traded one insane asylum for another, basically. Yeah, there was the I guess the most recent thing of note was the Black Power rally in front of a KFC. You can't make this stuff up after a certain point.
Okay. It's amazing that people don't stop and look around themselves and go, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, like maybe we shouldn't let this material write itself,
Right? Just like the election.
Oh, God, we're not gonna do politics on this podcast.
The election of the memes.
Yeah, there's a line, damn it.
Oh man, speaking of shit shows, I heard Mafia 3 was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah. In fact, you just told me about it 20 minutes ago.
All right there, John Madden.
You see, in order to win the game, you have to have more points than your opponent before the game ends.
In order to have a podcast that isn't shit, you have to pretend you didn't have half of these conversations before the recording started. But
I'm kidding. I heard about it a couple days ago from watching Jim Sterling stuff.
You mean the motherfucking Jim Sterling?
Jim motherfucking Sterling, son.
Yeah, I wonder how that lawsuit's going for him right now. I'm assuming pretty good.
Well, Digital Homicide dropped the charges on everybody else but him, so that's probably coming soon too.
They'll go bankrupt before anything comes of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
They have no chance of making that stick. But before we beat a dead horse more than we already have,
we already talked about that with Fred.
Yeah, but yeah, Mafia 3, 30 FPS on a PC. Enough said.
Oh my god. And people defend this shit.
Yeah, it's the cinematic experience. Hello.
We want to provide everybody with a more cinematic experience. Like, what are you, fucking Ubisoft?
Everybody's trying to be, now with these open world games. Got
it's fucking. I don't want a cinematic experience. I want a gaming experience.
Go figure. That's entitled speak.
Yeah. The funniest thing that I have seen come from this is there was a post on Reddit somewhere where you know how at the beginning of Mafia 3 it like displays a text about racism.
Does it really? I
didn't
see that part.
There's a mission where you have to like fight a KKK chapter or something.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, like I mean, you sneak up on them when they're gathering in their hoods and shit. But it's kind of like the Ubisoft thing with Assassin's Creed, where a multicultural group of people with different races, religions, blah blah blah, worked on this game.
Fucking Power Rangers. You
mean the Planeteers?
No. It's the Burger King kids from back in the 90s.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you don't remember VidKid and the kid in the wheelchair for the token disabled dude and the
Oh
black
my
kid. Yeah.
god! It reminds me of a nostalgia critic video where they reviewed the Monster Squad.
Oh my.
It was like 80. What is it? The 80s squad, and like everybody was a different 80s movie stereotype. Like one was the nerd, one was the black guy, one was the hero, one was the cool guy.
Oh, yeah, every time, it's the Power Rangers formula, ever since stuff like Voltron, except more diverse because Japan doesn't do diversity very much, you could say. So they're
but
not they're not down with that. So
but this Reddit post, it was like uh it was like a conspiracy theory.
really, about
Yeah,
what?
about Mafia 3 is really bad because the devs want to sabotage social justice because the game contains issues about social justice.
Oh, I'm sure that's totally what it is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. It's just not just devs being completely fucking lazy.
See, this is why we need to stop and talk about the lizard people. Okay, Griff? I've held my tongue, I've let us go
Yo,
through I don't know how
Palazzo.
many podcasts, but it's time to get serious and worry about the real threat to America.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I got some premium tin foil that I can sell you. It's the best shit.
Some of that
Grade
Reynolds
A.
wrap.
Grade A. Da-da-da.
uh, the microwave defeating head wrap device. you know, Only with this can you possibly find Hillary Clinton's emails. I just said we weren't going to do politics. God damn it!
That's a fucking meme on its own now. You don't
Yeah.
even.
Harambe died for that information. I'll have you know.
I like how it's...
Well, listen, kid, I don't have much time. I have information that could indict Hillary Clinton. Bang! I hear she's behind Hurricane Matthew too.
No. Didn't you know that's environmental racism?
I heard about that. Yeah, hurricanes always got it out for black people and Hispanics and old white people in peninsulas. Racist, ageist hurricanes.
I heard Hurricane Matthew has a giant white hood.
Yeah, and think of all the white people displaced out of their trailer parks.
Yeah, right.
For just 10 cents a day, you can get them their microwave dinners to get by.
You could help them subsist on Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets and malt liquor.
Yeah.
And old age cough syrup that gets you all jacked up. Only like you can pay to get white people their monthly supply of lean.
Lean.
Oh, you never heard of lean? Well, I guess that's more of
No.
a black, like a black ghetto kind of thing. I don't know. I guess white people do it too, where
I've never lived in a ghetto.
Oh, excuse me, rich guy. But
Oh, whoa, hey, don't get me wrong, I'm poor as shit.
but you don't even sip on lean. But basically, lean is like some concoction, kind of like booze, I guess, but it's like made out of cough syrup and some other crap.
That sounds disgusting.
Oh, it totally is. You know exactly why people drink it though. It's not for the taste.
No. People get high off anything. I saw a prison show where they showed like containers where like they had piss and shit brewing, so that they
I was
could,
about
like,
to say
huff
toilet
the
weed.
fumes.
Oh, that's just
Right? Like,
I-
how desperate to be high do you have to be?
like stuck in prison, desperate, I guess. if I had to take a guess.
Touche, salesman.
Anyway, we keep veering off about Mafia 3. You're not getting off the hook that easy, with their terrible PC port. with the
Yeah,
30
right.
FPS locks, the horrible
Oh my
bugs.
god.
You pretty much have to use a controller, which defeats half the purpose of playing a PC game. Now it's just
Yeah,
a mess.
even after they released the 60 FPS patch, it was poorly optimized.
Well,
So
yeah, I mean, they're releasing a patch to unlock FPS after the game
yeah,
is released. Why would you
yeah,
even lock it at 30 FPS anyway?
and then you have people saying, "Well, it's not that big of a deal."
Oh, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. If
It's
you don't think it's a big
well,
deal,
you
you
can't
probably have
even
a.
tell the difference.
Oh, I can
Well,
tell the difference for sure.
I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Colazo can tell the difference. Just because you can't tell the difference doesn't mean you have to tell us that people can't tell the difference. Your experience may vary. Shut the fuck up. Let me play my games.
We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it.
No, not the hair metal.
But yeah, it's a complete clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And, and it's bad because you see these videos out comparing it. It's not even just the technical side of it, the actual like quality of life, so to speak, and the gaming mechanics and stuff like that are steps backwards. I guess it's obvious when you replace a dev team with some replacement team to have them work on the same franchise. You're probably not going to get the same product.
Yeah, probably not. I can't imagine bringing some people on to work on a game that they've never really done before is going to yield the same results as people who've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kind of like how Pandemic would have made a better Battlefront game.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. DICE is a group of hardworking people. It's
Yeah,
just
but
that Battlefront sucks.
Yeah, but they make their lives harder for themselves. So,
Well, it's EA making their lives harder, really.
but I mean, they're the ones that went with EA, so they're ergo
Didn't
making
EA buy them?
Well, they agreed to it, so as far as I'm concerned, it's their fault.
I always thought that sort of thing was usually like a top decision, kind of like what happened with Rare when they got sold. I think it was to Microsoft, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like the guys who made
they
Rare
can-
just were just like, well, give us your money, and we'll be on our way.
I wonder if they're gonna do anything with Rare. Has anything actually come of that?
I don't think any of like the big IPs come with Rare, because Nintendo has Donkey Kong, and that's the only Rare franchise I can really think of that was even relevant. I think I think Bomberman came with it, but like it sucked. It sucked hard.
Well, it's Bomberman, and it's just certain games that just don't really translate into modern gaming. Like
Yeah.
Bomberman. I mean, it's a really simple game. It's like Asteroids 2016. It's like, who gives a shit, Or
Fucking
fucking
dubstep ads and shit.
yeah, like there's been like a million. There's been like a million Pac-Mans released, and it's like, who cares? Like they all play this like it's Pac-Man. Who gives a shit? Like it's, I don't know. It goes back to the whole nostalgia bait argument we've had infinitely by now.
It always comes full circle, doesn't it?
It does always come full circle to freaking goddamn nostalgia bait. It's ruining everything, damn it.
What's the nostalgia bait that's got you in a tizzy lately?
Oh, the new Blade Runner. Hands down. Blade Runner.
Where did you see that?
Oh, they just announced it recently. I'll send you a link. But yeah, they announced a sequel to Blade Runner.
Oh.
Yeah, a sequel to Blade Runner. Like a movie that came out like 30 years ago? More than
So
that.
did Mad Max.
Yeah, but that's being made by like the same director, and George Miller actually knows how to direct.
Well, yeah, you have a point there, but
not to mention Fury Road was a movie that was being made for like 12 years. So, I mean,
12 years?
Yeah, that movie took 12 years to make because it had a whole bunch of development hell problems along the way.
Oh God.
So that actually happened way before the whole craze of the nostalgia baiting started. So he gets a pass. But,
Okay, you got me there.
yeah, shoot. Where is this Blade Runner? Yeah, I don't know. I'll send you the link later. But basically, they're making a new Blade Runner that the same amount of years in story that they're like, how many years they waited afterwards to make this movie. I don't know why it really needed a sequel, but they gave it a stupid name anyway. It's very clearly a cash-in kind of deal, but really Blade Runner 2049, come on. And they're
Is that what year it is in the movie? Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 30 years after the previous Blade Runner, but they had to like crank it up because they realized how asinine it seems to have like Blade Runner in like the early 2000s, and real life is like nothing like. Oh man, yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like the old Alien movie where it's like hundreds of years in the future, but they're still using like gateway PCs and stuff like that, and compact Presarios and stuff like that on like these hulking spaceships like hundreds of years in the future.
Yeah, but I like that kind of sci-fi.
Yeah, it's got an interesting aesthetic, but I mean, like, let me find a more suitable example, like Star Trek and stuff like that, where they have all these like hyper futuristic stuff, and then it just turns out to be really mundane and like behind the times, like in actual timelines. That's why you can't really stick a number to the title of these kind of movies and stuff like, and like really just like having an actual like stated time in general is just kind of because reality tends to not be as cool. By this point, we were supposed to have all these flying cars and bullshit from Jetsons and stuff like that. And then, I don't know. Right. We barely even have Tesla cars. So, I don't know. I don't really agree with the name. I think it's pretty stupid. Freaking, I keep wanting to call it Battlefront, Blade Runner.
Battlefront?
Yeah, it seems like some stupid name they would give like a Battlefield game or a Battlefront game or something like that.
2049. Didn't they make a Battlefield game?
Yeah, they did. Battlefield
like
2142. Yeah. Yeah, and it's it's funny because by the time we get to the actual year 2142, it's probably not going to be anywhere near as high speed as shit looked in that game either. But
no. I have no faith in humanity to be able to do that.
Yeah, but it all kind of comes back to this whole like South Park kind of hit the nail on the head. The member berries, remember Harrison Ford?
I didn't see that episode, but I saw that clip where Andy was like looking at him, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and that's basically
it looks fucking horrifying.
Yeah, that's basically what this whole Blade Runner thing is. It's like, oh, remember Blade Runner? Remember Harrison Ford? Oh, I remember Harrison Ford. Poor guy. They just take him out behind the shed and plug him.
Oh, come on. I like Harrison Ford.
I like Harrison Ford too, but there's a limit, man. Come on, dude. Oh, they can't keep milking that guy, man. He already got jacked up in the first Star Wars movie, busted up his hand and everything like that.
Oh, excuse me.
He was begging for death, at that point, like, God, just let Kylo Ren kill me off, they're working into the script. I know it doesn't make any sense. Just make it happen, man. I'm getting too old for this shit. But yeah, man, it's getting a little much, They need to let Harrison Ford just be rich and chill at his house, or at least give him like something that is not nostalgia. Like, give the guy a break from Indiana Jones and Star Wars and Blade Runner and all this crap, man. Give him a new movie, man. Stop bullshitting around. If you can give Nicolas Cage like 50 movies, you can give that guy like a couple more movies.
God damn. Excuse me. Sorry.
But you all right over there?
Yeah, I got hiccups again for like the third time today.
Take my advice. Choke yourself. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, man, they need to give it a break, let some new actors get in there, Morgan Freeman, he's already old as dirt. That guy's dying eventually. Y'all need to find somebody else. I'm feeling bad because I'm kind of like jinxing dudes. I don't want nobody to drive up and find me here, but
no, please.
Yeah, I heard your podcast, with your like 20 viewership, What you say?
Heard you were talking shit like I wasn't gonna find out.
Yeah, that's not how I want to go out. Getting my ass beat by Morgan Freeman in his fucking walker, or
I heard you were there. God
it just,
damn it! I
it just,
can't do-
it
I
just like
heard you were
narrates.
trying to jinx me.
He just
God.
narrates the ass whooping as he's going in.
And as my cane fell down onto his face, it shattered into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, it's just. But yeah, you get where I'm coming from here. It's all a little much, Like we need new actors to come up. Not that I mean that old actors should be bumped off. I think they should be getting new projects to work on and get to do acting shit other than just being remembered for some shit they did 30 years ago. I would think they would like to do something new.
I think the one old guy who really didn't, God damn it, didn't get typecast was Michael Caine. He he played you know who Michael Caine is, right?
I'm terrible with actor names, so you're gonna have to.
He was Alfred in the Batman.
Oh
movies.
yeah, that's true. He's got a lot of range.
He was in a movie where he basically played a senior citizen who basically went like Punisher on his neighborhood to clean it up.
You need a glass of water there, man.
Yeah,
right?
probably, but I don't have any water here. Fuck me.
What are you like living in Angola? You got to go out for 5 miles and fish it out of a well? Like,
I don't exactly have a sink in my room.
I mean, don't we have any like intermission jingle where you can, play it and come back in a minute? Like,
that's a good idea. Here, let me put on the elevator music real quick. And we're back, and hopefully I won't be hiccuping so much now. What was I talking about?
Oh no, I'll just let that be a surprise.
Michael Caine. I was talking about Michael Caine. And old people.
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah, you did tell me who you. Alfred. Yeah.
Yeah. Still haven't seen that movie. I don't even remember what it's called. I just remember seeing the trailer for it on the Boondock Saints DVD.
But yeah, sure. I completely lost my track of mind, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
hydrating guy.
You're welcome. I mean, well, what else do we do on here besides complain about things?
That usually takes up a lot. Like, usually I'm just so wrapped up in arguing with Belle for whatever reason. Kind of jacking me up. You're throwing off my rotation. You're too agreeable. I mean, we're actually kind of getting towards. We're pretty much at our time limit anyway. We managed to waste enough time here to have a full episode. How long have we been going now?
No idea.
About 40, 50 minutes at least. You're supposed to be the host that keeps track of this. We don't have Moltar Zorak holding it down for us, so you're gonna have to step it up. I'm afraid.
Did you just make a Space Ghost reference?
Yeah,
You made me sad.
Yeah, I know he's gone, but
Oh.
We all got it coming. Don't worry.
Why'd you have to remind me? I saw the saddest fucking image on Facebook when that happened, and it was a picture of Space Ghost at the table with his coffee just covering his face. And I actually teared up a little bit because it was just such a fucking sad picture.
Did you see the send-off they gave him on Toonami?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
I didn't see it on Toonami, but I saw it.
No, I saw it afterwards. But yeah, they gave him the whole send-off and everything.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I guess they look after their own.
That was like on the level of Paul Walker.
Yeah. It sucks, 2016, they killed a lot. A lot of people we like.
Right?
Yeah, we lost Lemmy. We lost Bowie. We're losing everybody. Prince died this year too, or was that last year?
It was recent enough.
I can't remember if it was this year or last year that it happened.
I can't remember either.
Pretty sure it was this year, actually.
Just trying to block it out. I know what happened, just don't remind me when.
Oh no, you're getting this member sandwich.
But yeah, I mean this.
Yep, it was this year. It was this year. Yeah.
God damn. But I mean, these last couple of weeks have been pretty quiet as far as gaming goes. I mean, Gears 4 got lukewarm reviews. The basic consensus of it was the multiplayer is great, single player is mediocre.
Yeah, we got this Overwatch update coming with a new hero in the Halloween event. We got Sombra and her Tumblerina haircut, and I don't know why
That's not
there's
a
so in love with
Tumblerina haircut. I've
that.
seen a
Is
Tumblerina haircut.
what
I
normal
find her
woman
haircut
walking
to be
around?
acceptable.
We're gonna get more hate mail right now because how many normal women you seen walk around with half their freaking head buzzed off? Like, come on, that's Tumblr.
Isn't that a punk rock thing?
I don't know about that, man. Like, I sure as hell never saw that in the 90s. Not like chicks like buzzing off like half their hair. I didn't start seeing that shit until this whole like Tumblr arena kind of thing started.
I have one in mind. You just made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, like this seems like a recent state of affairs with the whole. It's like I
think
guess
she
they're
looks
making
fine.
they're like making a statement, I guess, but it's just so ugly and gaudy. Like, just like, I mean, I'm not a
I
lady,
do
but
not like the colors.
yeah, I feel like they're trying to go for some like fake cyberpunk thing, but
Yeah.
last I checked, cyberpunk wasn't about like bright gaudy colors and fucking weird like straight out of Street Fighter 5 haircuts and shit. Like that's not what I really remember.
Yes, as far as I remember, everybody in Cyberpunk wore like, the same thing that they do in everything else: black leather and long coats.
Yeah, like it. Well, that's kind of thing. Like, cyberpunk's supposed to be like two people. You're either like rich as hell, like corporate guy in a suit, or you're just like some grungy ass troglodyte clad in nothing but I don't know, like a trench coat or like whatever dingy crap you got out of a trash can. Like,
you just described Deus Ex and fucking Riddick in the same sentence.
Yeah,
one right after the other.
Yeah, but that's like that is the cyberpunk aesthetic, though. It's supposed to be like the whole capitalist dystopia kind of thing, and that's not really Sombra. Like, she looks like, I don't know, she's like some kind of like weird millennial terrorist kind of she like bombs people to make them check their privilege or something.
Oh my
but yeah, she looks
you
ridiculous.
shitlord.
Shitlord Akbar or something, just
Oh man. But I don't think she's coming in the next update, is she?
I'm pretty sure she is. She was rumored to actually be coming out late last night, but that didn't happen. So who knows? It's probably happened pretty soon. I'm thinking it's happening by the Halloween event. I would be very surprised if it didn't.
It was revealed through a leak of like Russian files, I think.
I mean, you have to think the game is currently in PTR right now with the pretty big developing patch, so I would not be surprised at all to see her like popping up in the next week or two before the PTR actually hits live branch.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah,
there's it suggests that she'll come with like an Omnic Crisis event thing.
Really?
Which like some sort of bot defense something or other. I think it's going to take place on Stuttgart, but I could be mistaken.
Huh.
Halloween event, though. I'll tell you what, I haven't been playing because I want to save my playtime to level up and get those loot boxes.
Oh yeah, I've been saving them.
I want me a sexy witch costume for Mercy.
I want that Junkrat one. The Junkrat one they already showed off looks sick. I gotta have it. I'm already mad because they're doing this whole thing where, hey, you remember those gold coins we put in the game so you could always get the skin you wanted? No, those aren't going to count for events. Buy our crates. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It's eh.
No, it's not eh. It's not eh. I wanted that American McCree skin, and I never got it. Screw you. I bought crates, too.
I wanted the Japan Genji.
Like, if you're going to, like, charge for it, like, at least let me, like, straight up just buy the skin. Like, That way everybody's happy. Like, you're getting my shekels and I'm getting the skin I want. I'm not.
Oy, my shekels.
Yeah, I'm not down for this whole Dota 2 bullshit where you buy this crate. It's the mystery box. You could get some awesome skin you want, or you get a bunch of like useless sprays nobody fucking wants, and waste like $20+ on all these fucking boxes and get absolutely nothing.
Reminds me of when Family Guy used to be funny.
Yeah,
You can have the boat or the mystery box.
yeah, exactly.
The mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Yeah, exactly. That's how these stupid boxes work. They're so scammy too, but they're smart enough to like at least make it just about cosmetics, because otherwise nobody would be down for it. But that doesn't really change the fact that it's still like completely scammy and fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not quite so extreme about it myself because it's cosmetic. But I certainly understand why you feel that way, and I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong.
Really good, because I'm not.
No, I mean you feel the way you feel about it, and you're not wrong with how it is. But I just don't see it as big of a deal as some people do.
Well, I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just skins for a video game. Like,
yeah,
fuck, I'm not.
But I really want that fucking skin.
I do want that fucking skin. Fuck you, Blizzard. Dirty motherfuckers. But yeah, they know what they're doing. This isn't some like mistake in human psychology. They know exactly, because they know it. You only have to look at Valve and see how successful their stupid little RNG boxes are. I imagine how much money they make with those, and eventually I wisened up and stopped buying that. And it's the same reason I won't buy loot boxes anymore, because I'm not gonna gamble. I want a skin, I just want to buy the damn skin. I'm not gonna sit there and gamble and buy like 50 fucking crate boxes. Screw you, I'm not doing that.
Even with games that have like the typical free to play model where like you can spend money to go kind of like advance faster, like World of Tanks.
At least you know what you're getting,
Yeah, and I've spent like the bare minimum on games like that I've played.
Yeah, at least you're getting what you pay for. Like you could literally buy 50 boxes and RNG could actually just fuck you out of getting any skins. You could just get nothing but the stupid sprays and icons, because for whatever stupid reason, these event boxes actually allow duplicates. That's what really grinded my gears, because I actually bought a bunch of the loot boxes, and that's what really irked me, is a lot of them were duplicates. Like, really? Screw you. Like, I'm not buying any more of your stupid crates.
That's pretty fucking shitty, yeah.
Yeah, it's straight bullshit. No way it should be like that. But people will buy it, so as long as people buy it, it's gonna be it. Them's the business, as they
say. They know how to make it just legit enough so that people will be willing to spend money.
Pretty much. But like I said, they're not getting any more of my money.
No,
they're gonna have to like change out the RNG bullshit.
I paid for the game. That's it.
Exactly. Like, I bought the game. You already got my money. I'm not gonna sit there and throw $100 at these crates and then not get what I want. Like, that's stupid. I'd have to be an idiot to do. Yes, you, the viewers, you're idiots if you do it. But I don't mince words on this podcast.
No, you shouldn't.
No,
as a matter of fact, if you start going PC, I will actually just fire you.
I was hired? I can get paid for this?
I mean,
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Elevator music.
But yeah, like, wrapping up here, because we are pretty much past our time limit, and since there's only 2 of us, we can actually stay on time limit this time.
Come on, man. I don't mind going 2 hours over this stuff.
I do.
Good time.
Yeah, I do. I'm hungry. Okay, I'm not a skinny guy. I'm not Fat Albert either, so screw you. But yeah, I gotta eat. So yeah, we got anything else to touch upon? I've already pissed off how many groups in like an hour?
We have pissed off Tumblr again, so that's a lot of people.
Oh, that's easy. I don't know if that really counts. They're always mad. Stay mad.
Well, okay, yeah, I guess. Well, our theme song was made by Trifer. That's Tripher. You can find him at twitch.tv/Trifer. And I will also link his SoundCloud in the description below.
I gotta get that guy to get me a WWF theme, like a ringtone, like when I'm about to smack ass. Yeah, like when I'm about to smack ass around, I need a Trifer beat for me,
Or when I'm in the bedroom here one of these days.
Yeah, or when I'm in the bedroom, maybe he can make some smooth sax electronic jams for me, or go full dubstep with it, and control the tempo,
Or you could use one song for both things. Just kick down the bedroom door.
Yeah, she'll appreciate that.